Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Janice. Well, hello. Elvis is in the building.
What? We have been so worried about you.
I thought she broke up with me. I was so hurt.
Yeah, we're going, okay.
Hey,
Who took
Stasha.
her place? Hi, Sasha. Hi, Sherry. Hey, Janice. Oh, my
I
goodness.
was like checking my breath and stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't think we had a quarrel.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey,
Miss
J Mac.
J-Mac. Miss J-Mac is here.
Oh, man. Hey, Adria.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep watching the trial. She woke me up 10 minutes ago and said, dinner's ready. Hurry and eat. Hey, Terry. Hey, Jean.
Hey,
Hey,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Miss Pinky herself. And Miss Jean. Oh, how were all the firecrackers at your place?
Oh my God! It was so. Betty sat up last night. Well, about 7:30. She said it's been eerily quiet. I said, I know. Really? Well, 10 minutes later, it started so loud and didn't stop till about 12:15 this morning, and it was like right here.
We still had them going on at 1:30,
Hey, Gail.
right? Like 3 houses down. And see, we always hear a lot of them because we're kind of in the middle of like 3 different parks that set them off by this, the city does it.
Yep.
And so that's bad enough. But then 1 block over on our same street, this gentleman, he must have a lot of money. He bought the kind of firecrackers that would be displayed at the park. They went up hundreds of feet up into the air, then boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so we were so close, they were so loud.
Yeah. Here too. Hey, Danielle. Hey,
Yeah.
Leslie. Hey, Deborah. Yeah. There's they do a big fireworks show in Tomball proper,
Mhm.
and then they do one right here at the Home Depot. They do a fireworks display over there. I
Mhm.
mean, it was like our window would go.
Yeah.
They were loud.
Well, we live in the city limits, and in our city limits, they're illegal. You wouldn't know it.
Oh, see,
That's
mine is
why they
not.
do them at the parks, so that the families can go to the parks and enjoy the fireworks, because in the city limits, it's illegal, but you wouldn't know it by what was going on last night. And, because my husband was saying, "Why is it so loud this year?" Well, a couple of years back, they banned them because of the drought, so they didn't wanna turn things on fire. So even in the areas where they used to be able to sell them, they couldn't sell them. So you'd have to travel quite a ways to go get them. And then, a lot of people just stayed home during, the COVID and everything. So between all that, this was sort of like the first year that you could just go over the river and buy a whole bunch of stuff in a different county. And people just went crazy, I guess. They said, okay, we're going to celebrate. Well, let me tell you, it was so loud, I almost had to take one of Busta's Trazodones.
Yeah, it was loud here too, but it was late.
I was gonna fight with him. I need one of your
Yeah,
Trazodones.
they're not illegal. Well, they're illegal in Houston, but they're not illegal right here.
Yeah, I was more concerned about the dogs, and so they said to give it to him like 2 hours before it was going to start. Well, usually it starts around 9, so we gave it to him around 7, and that's when all the neighbors started, like around a half hour later. And I go, oh no, should have given it to him at 5. And he was still a little nervous, and he actually, I figured out he was going to be upset. So, as most of you know, our dogs don't get on the furniture. So I put a sheet on the couch, And he looked at me. I go, come on. He jumped up there, and then I covered him up, and he was like shaking. But he felt better up there. Oh, crazy animals. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And this year, they are crazy with their allergies. I don't know about your animals, but ours in the summertime get horrible. I mean, they scratch and scratch and scratch. They have no fleas. And last year, the vet said it's allergies. They inhale it in the grass, the pollen, and everything. And animals have allergies just like people. So,
Yes, Sophie suffers the worst of it. She's the only one that suffers from them, but
are you able to give them anything for it?
every year about this time she goes through something, and I have to give her like those high dollar not bother you steroids,
Oh,
and she's on we have a special shampoo for her, and then um usually gets like she her skin turns pink and her
yeah,
ears turn pink, and she's
yeah,
constantly, but once that part of the year's over, then she's fine again.
yeah, yeah. Gail says her dog has the same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis said, I missed all you ladies. Not to bore you with details, just fighting some nasty health issues, and I'd never break up with you, Susan.
Well, good to know you're feeling good enough to come and visit for a while. We're very thankful for that.
Yep, yep,
And
yep.
we're glad that Susan can stop with her little whimpery cries and she'll be
Okay.
okay. Yeah, every once in a while I'd hear the whimper, so oh, the whimpers.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
goodness. Yeah. So So I had a pile of this, when I print stuff, sometimes the print I don't like the way it prints. Other times, you know, I'll do a test run on some things I think I want to put in the kit, and I go, nah, I don't think I want that in the kit. So as you guys well know, I always have a pile of stuff. So I was looking at it, yes, the day before yesterday, and I was looking at the pile, and I go, okay, what are we gonna do this month? We've done everything under the sun. What are we gonna do? So because all of you already know how to make stuff, I thought, well, you might already have your own plans. And but
I
I
thought you was going to say you might already have your own piles.
well, they do. They might still be in the envelope, but you got your piles, honey. Um, so I got okay, I just went looking around in the studio, and I found some, and I can't show them to you because they're right here right now. I had some pieces of that real thin plywood. I don't know how thick that is, but you can kind of see how thick that is. It's the same stuff I use when I do my plaster work and when I do some of my encaustic. You can see how thick that is. I don't know what that is. Is that a quarter or I don't know.
Is that like Johnny board?
No,
Oh, okay.
hers is what is hers? But the answer is no. This is real wood. She doesn't have real wood. I mean,
Yeah.
she may have it. That's not what she sells.
She has
Um,
mailman. Oh,
yeah, you're
okay.
close to it, but it's not the plates.
So
Okay,
I was thinking, oh, that's those old plastic plates.
no. This is a quarter of an inch, just so you guys know. So it's wood, and those of you that have bought my plaster journals, you'll recognize that. And I had already put a backing on one of them because what I do sometimes is I put the gauze.
Masonite. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, masonite, but these are not.
Right.
But so these were already cut, so I didn't do a specific size. It was the size I already had. Let's see, for you measuring people. So this is 7 by 10, almost 10, a little shy of 10. And because I wanted to end up doing something pretty chunky, I did put a very big spine. It's a 3-inch spine. I don't think, unless I've done those Victorian albums, I've never really done a regular um, journal with that big of a spine. So, so this is new for me. And so I put them together like we've done 100 times, um, with the fabric. We've done this together already. And I used some really thick cardboard that I had from behind my watercolor papers, and I doubled it. I think I have an extra one here that I made the wrong size. I'll show it to you. So it's this stuff, and it's 2-ply. And a lot of you probably have some of those from the back. Or if you use the stuff that's in the back of like scrapbook, those are pretty thin. You'd have to probably put maybe 4 of those together. But if you use the stuff that's in the back of like your mixed media paper and things like that, watercolor paper, 2 is plenty enough. And then, you're going to layer the fabric and stuff like that. So I put that together, and this one, well, each of them had this already. The gauze with some plaster was already on the back of 2 of these. So I put the gauze one going inside, obviously, and then one on the outside. So that what I did is I used the napkin, and I put that on there, and I just put it down with I forget if I used the matte medium of the Liquitex, or if I used the Mod Podge. I forget, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Any kind of glue that you like to use for your napkins. So then, those of you that are in the Facebook group, you saw the picture that I put up there on the header. It was that Peruvian lady, and it shows her from the back with all the beautiful colors of her dress and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, and I had this fabric from who knows when. For some reason, I don't know. I think I got this from Betty.
Hold it up so we can see it.
Oh, sorry. Did I get this from Betty?
Betty who?
Your
My
Betty.
my Betty?
This was over like 2 years ago, maybe 3, maybe 2.5. She bought it. I forget how it was. I don't even know who. Somebody was selling it on one of the live sales, and she outbid me. No, I think it was a bid. I think it was just who came in first. And then she contacted me and said she wanted to send me half of it. I'm thinking this is it.
Oh, she
Um,
did she?
this I think was before you were in the picture.
Betty Joe? Hey,
Hey,
Linda.
Linda. Hi, Janice.
You used to send Rosemary presents in the mail? Send Rosemary presents in the mail. She said she thinks that you outbid her and then contacted her and told her that she could have this fabric, or that you got her the fabric. I don't know.
She gave me half of it.
We'll talk about this later.
Ain't the boss.
I think you need to go back with Elvis.
That had to be a long time ago because I had.
Yeah, she said it was two and a half,
couple
3
of
years
years ago, maybe
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was before I even knew Susan.
Oh, that was had to be before 3 years.
Anyway, so that's what I put on the spine. Why do I keep going over so far? See, the thing is, my monitor is over there, so I go in front of my monitor and then I'm away from my camera. Stupid. Hello. Okay. So, anyway, so I put that on the spine. So then I printed out that lady that is in. You can, if you're in the group, you can just go in there. It's in there with the photographs. I mean, the pictures, and you can print that out. But I found this after after the kits had all been mailed out. But I just thought that this was a beautiful depiction of all of that work. So then what I did, because remember, I was just playing around, so I didn't film it, I didn't do anything. But on the front of the wood, I just put some white gesso and I let the white gesso dry, obviously. And then I had this crackle paste I've never used. I've had it for like, I don't know how long, too long. I've had it a long, long time. And it's the translucent one. I've got other ones, but you have to put them on top of different colors and stuff. This one is the translucent, which is kind of cool. So I put some of that on here.
Hey, Ann.
And so, hi, Leslie. Did I say hello, Leslie already? I don't know.
And Linda and Leslie and Jean and
So I put a layer of that, and because it was so stinking hot, I put it outside. Not even 5 minutes, it was dry. And then, so you can see all the little crackles on there, right? You can see all the little crackles. It looks pretty cool. So to me, it makes it look like the old stucco.
oh yeah,
It has been cracked and then it ages and it gets kind of moldy and everything. It gets colors in there. So it reminded me of some of like the old villages would be, like in the highlands of Peru or Ecuador and stuff like that. That was in my, my fantasy land. So that's what it reminded me of. And to create all that, all I did was get,
hey Jennifer.
hi, Jennifer. All I got was some burnt umber. It's kind of my favorite to go to dark stuff. Burnt umber, made it real watery. And then I took my brush and I just brushed it over the whole thing and then left it there for a few seconds and then wiped it off. And then so all this stayed in the crackles. And I really like how it turned out.
Nice.
Okay, so now if you're not familiar with a lot of the different artisans and the things they do, they do a lot of hand carvings and paintings and everything. Well, I wasn't going to do all that. But I had this little frame that I can't remember if I got this at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Again, I've had it for a long time. So what I did is I only have two of them. I cut it in half right here. And that's what this section up here is, and this section down here. And then from from some remodel stuff from next door at the house, some trim I had that I put on some cabinet doors, I had some of this. And so I painted this and two pieces of this trim and put it on here. And the colors that I used are all the colors that we played with that other night, or most of the colors we played with. I tried to go with the colors that we did with the cochineal. So I used some orange and, some kind of color of pink. And then this is just, what is this called? Cinnamon drop. But I just wanted a red that didn't look like real red. I didn't want it to look so primary color. And so I literally just opened up the lid, got my finger and started mushing it all over the place. And then once I just had the colors that I liked, and the balance that I liked, then I got, which now I can't find it, I got one of my distress inks and just went over it to kind of tone down the brightness of the colors. And then it kind of highlighted the little carving that's in there and just brought out the edges so the edge would stand out more against that top. So I just wanted to fill you guys in, how, because I know you're going, well, how'd you do that? Well, I just started playing. And I didn't realize it was going to be the project that I really want to do with you guys. So, but again, we've done this 100 times already, hundreds of times, I think. How many months? And so we've done putting together two pieces. And if you already have a book, then you don't even have to put it together. You've got it all ready to go. Now, as far as what I'm going to do inside, obviously dimensions of the things I'm doing really don't matter because you're going to make it according to your own size of book. But I will go over the dimensions that I make just in case you happen to have a book this size or you decide to make a book this size. So again, this is 10, because I already forgot. This is 10 by 7 with a 3-inch spine. All right. So I'll mark it here because in case someone comes in late, I won't remember. 10 by 7 by 3. Okay. Just for my reference. So far, fun, I've told you. Any questions?
Oh my gosh, you
I know
just
I gave you a
breathed.
lot of info,
Wow.
but it's kind of basic if you've been here for a while. It's pretty basic, but if I went too fast or you didn't catch it or you just got here, this is the time to ask. This is the time to ask. And I'm going to get me a drink. My drink's right behind me, I think. Oh, there it is. Hello.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah, but I had to get it all out before I had questions. So that hopefully I answered most of them. Oh, Lori, I haven't seen it real, but I've seen some people that had that little Frida golden book. It looks so cute.
Hey, Lori.
Oh, that'll be so cute for this project too.
Leslie said that's going to be one big, beautiful journal. Cool cover. Cool.
If anybody wants me to make them a kit, I will. I'll tell you what has been going on with the kits. There's been a drastic reduction in how many people buy kits over the past year, ever since everybody's been getting out and about, which I completely understand. So I started making way less because I didn't want to have any leftovers. I was having leftover ones. So I didn't want to over make the kits, so that I wanted to sell out rather than have stuff sitting there. But if anybody wants one of any kit, just let me know. And if I have the stuff, it might vary a little bit. Like, for instance, the fabrics. And I don't even have the fabrics that was in the kit because I don't think I kept myself a kit. I just got.
And you'll get an A fabric.
No, I think I got one or two of the other. What was that? The B or the C? What was the popular one? The B? Oh, the C. Okay, I think I have one or two Bs. But yeah, I can put one together. It just won't be 100% all the same stuff. I'll throw in, other stuff that
Elvis wants one.
that goes with it. Okay, I'll put you down. Elvis.
Okay. Would you like a late night mommy dearest fabric or a B?
Stop it. Do I have them here? Hold on. Hold the phone, people. Let's see. What do I have left? Let me see.
That's B. Or is that C?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
No, that's B. B had the pink on it.
Okay, so this is B.
Because J Max said it was the cochineal colors.
Oh yeah, here's the letters on there. Hello. I don't know why it's out of there.
Janice said, "Take the scab. Take the skull. She's fab." Hey, Lucy.
So this is the B, and this is the A.
Okay, Elvis. Which fabric do you want in your pack?
There'll be other fabrics, but these are like
B.
the main big ones. But there'll be other stuff in there. Oh, my back. I don't know what I did today. It was the way I slept last night. Hey, Lucy. Oh, she wants an A. Okay.
Yay. Perfect.
It's written right up there. When I go crazy looking, where is it? Anyone can remind me. Rosemary, you put it up on top of that paper. That was the pre-order people, what they wanted.
Cool.
Now, I didn't have enough of these, and I didn't want to add another one to it. But these are so these little things are so cute. I mean, I want to show you guys because then you're gonna go, ah, rah, 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 rah. These are just pieces parts. These aren't. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna incorporate them in this journal, but I have some like side pieces. I might have some side pieces of the sea. I don't remember which was which.
It's always good to have a side piece.
These are all the B, right?
Yep.
The pink. That's all B. Maybe I don't even have any of the other one. No, it's all pink. Oh, here it is. This is part of the one that everybody liked. This part right here. Because that up there's the skull. But I don't have a full bird. I just have the leftover sides. I just have their butt. Okay, so I don't have any C left at all in any shape. Okay, but these are so cute. I got to figure out something to do with these.
I heard that, Leslie. I didn't want to. Oh, wow.
Look how adorable they crack me up.
Oh, my gosh.
Aren't those cute?
Oh, my gosh. And she's finally eaten the last of the 24 meals they delivered by mistake. That is cool.
No.
That looks like the cheering section at a Frida
Does
fest.
It does. Go, Frida! Go, Frida! Kill Diego! And these are these I guess were some other people at the event. These are some other people that were at the event. I think they're just adorable. But as you can see, I didn't have enough to put them in the kit. And then
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That's quite the...
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so these were fun. These were fun. Yeah, Janice, these would be easy to paint. They're just blobs. Anyway, they give me a chuckle whenever I see them. Okay, so now these here. Okay, I'm kind of all over the place right now, but that's okay. These right here. Whoops, these are all my stamps. Let's get organized. I'm going to make a little journal that goes, I don't know if it's going to be a separate one or if it's going to go in the biggie that I'm making here. But this is an example of an artist being ripped off, you guys. Sorry to say.
Is that on canvas?
Yes. I bought these probably about 3 years ago at a live sale. And I loved them, obviously, because, you know, she looks very Peruvian. And that's the kind of patterns in their clothes and stuff. And, you know, stuff in the hair. And anyway, I just fell in love with it.
That looks like the stuff from Nikki.
I can't remember who I got it from, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, she had some cool things like that. Were...
Okay. So I may have been her who I got them from. Okay, so I was all excited. And I got like maybe 3 or 4 different patterns. Got all excited and was getting ready to make all these journals and everything. And then I was looking at some other stuff to put in here. on Pinterest, and I noticed this picture on Pinterest. So I clicked on it, and it took me to Etsy, and it took me to an artist. Her name is Claudia Tremblay. Yeah, Claudia Tremblay. So I go to her shop, and she's the original artist. She's got them on canvas. I mean, they're her paintings. So I felt really horrible because obviously these are knockoffs. So I contacted her and I told her, I said, "Oh, I said, I did a horrible thing. I didn't know these was your art. I bought them, and here I noticed that you're an artist and this is your stuff, and I didn't buy it from you." And she goes, "Yeah, I heard that they had ripped off all her whole catalog off of Etsy. They started printing them on these canvases and they're selling them." That was like 3 years ago. So anyway, so um, she told me, she goes, "Well, I appreciate you letting me know. I appreciate you contacting me." She says, "I have no problem you using them if you just acknowledge that it's my art." And I said, "Oh, no problem at all." But I sat on them for almost 3 years, 2.5 years, something like that, because I don't know, I just felt, even if I tell you her name, I just really felt bad that, she got ripped off and all that kind of good stuff. But having said all that, I feel just as bad just having them in a drawer and they're just sitting there, right? So when I was going through all of my quote unquote Latin type of stuff, I came across it again and I go, "Oh man, these are so beautiful." So I'm going to incorporate it into something. And then when I do the video and everything, I'm going to put her name, on the title, and also, we basically, give her credit for her artwork. So in case you guys bought any of these, anything that looks remotely like her art, and you didn't buy it from her, they are knockoffs. And those people that printed them and sold them, somebody, I'm sure, mostly they're doing it in China, I'm guessing. They just, intellectual property, they just keep stealing it. So if you were any of the ones that bought this stuff, if you use it, and you're the type that takes photographs or does YouTube videos or something, please give the original artist all the credit and send people over there, because she does sell, prints and copies and stuff, and they're very reasonable. Of course, she's going to charge a whole lot for her original, canvas work, but she sells cards and, all different kinds of things that, from her artwork. So I wanted to stick that out there, so that if you do see my finished product and I talk about her, you'll know the behind story. So I'm not going to go into the great detail when I do the flip. I'll just give her as an artist the credit when I show it. Okay, another long-winded story. I'm full of them tonight, aren't I? So let's put this in here. Put that in there. Okay. So back to this. Did I miss any questions? There was no questions, right?
Um, no, I haven't seen any. Janice said she thought you bought them from the original artist, and Leslie has one. So
No, I didn't. Um, yeah, I didn't. Nope. Oh, they did a good print job, though, didn't they? It doesn't even look like it's ripped off. It looks like something that the quality that the artist would have had it printed at. It's really real good quality of a print. But anyway, okay. So we have this. I don't want this to be white, but I don't want to do stuff with paint right now because then everything will be a mess. But I am going to, I don't think I want this to stay white. And I'll show you in a second why.
she doesn't know, Lucy. Bought them on live sale.
Yeah, online. Okay. Because you can go right now. You can go right now over to AliExpress, and all her art is over there on canvases that you can buy them, all of them. And she's been trying for like, well, now it's already been almost 3 years. She's been trying to get them off. She'll get them off, and then somebody else that's probably the same real company but under the different name, they just start printing them. And they do them as pillows, they do them as canvas pieces, everything, 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 everything. Okay, so I've got a piece of what was this? Now I can't remember. See, this is what happens. My brain. I think this is just a file folder, I think. And I just cut it open, and anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can use a piece of cardboard. You can use file folder that's in your kit, or you can save the file folder for another project I'll show you in a second. Yeah. So then some of the papers that were in the kit, I just kind of tore some of them up and collaged on here, and just to make it kind of bright. And again, I just used the matte medium to glue everything down, and collaged this stuff on here. There, there, and there. And it's going to fit. I'm not sure. This one, I think it's going to, be part of in here. But obviously, I had to make the right size. So that's that. Then I took the papers, some of the papers that are in the kit, and I forget if I had to cut them down or they fit just right. I don't even remember. But I took some of those. Oh, yeah, you just fold them in half and it fits. So I made two, because I didn't want this real thick, because I wanted to put a lot of other stuff in the actual journal. So this one has 2 signatures. It's 1, 2, for you counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 pieces of paper. Oh, and another thing. I did some, remember we did the stamping last week? Or was that last week? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did the stamping. So then I came back and did some coloring in some of them with my, with what? What did I use? Did I do that with you guys? I don't know what I do sitting here by myself and what I do with you guys anymore.
You did the pink rabbits last week.
That is senility. Oh, okay. So I used these. Now this is a printout. If you go to the Facebook page, you can print these out. I forget which ones are in there. There's like 3 or 4 in there, and you can print them out. So where are the originals? Where did they go? I thought I had them right here, but oh, here they are. Here they are. Here they are. Okay, so afterwards I went, the ones that I didn't paint with you guys, I went ahead and painted those. Let me show you how those came out. And wait 1 second, I think my husband messed.
I opened them on my phone.
Okay, we're good. What's that?
J Mac said she couldn't open the files. She wondered if anybody else had that problem.
Uh-oh. Okay, so here's all of these were stamped in front of you guys, but when I colored them in, I think I would say probably 75% of them, I did them off camera. So here's one of the ones that I colored, and I used the neons to really kind of brighten it up. So initially it was just the shape of this thing right here. and some of the orange, and then I filled in the rest. I think that's in there for you to print. Not sure. This
Oh
one
man,
too.
I'm sure no disaster. Stasia said she sent you a package last Wednesday. She just tracked it and it says it's still at her post office. She's hoping that's a mistake.
Oh no! Trust me, sometimes it's not a mistake. It's kind of scary what happens. No, I haven't got it yet. I'll let you know if it shows up mysteriously. So that one was also painted. I think this is what we did together. We just kind of filled in some stuff on there. And then I painted this one up. That one is that the one we're looking at? I don't remember. Yeah. So because these are neon, they really printed a lot differently. So I didn't like the way that it printed out. So I just played with it to make it more grungy.
Wow.
Before, before I printed it, so it has more of a little gritty look to it than full neon. Didn't do much with that. I just kind of filled those in a little bit. And I think this is the way this was. I can't remember. I don't think I did anything to that. Then I filled these all in, colored that up, put a little bit of color on these too.
Yeah, with garlic in it.
Garlic.
Butter on the steak.
Oh yeah, my husband likes me to. I cook his steak in butter. Now just a clean off page, clean off page, clean up page, clean up pages. Oh, I colored those in,
Ooh, Leslie's cooking. Yummy.
painted that in. Clean up page, clean up page.
You don't bark in their face no more.
And just kind of started filling that all in. There was so much empty space. I'll figure something out for that. So anyway, so I scanned a few of them and played with them to get them a little gritty looking. And they are in the group. If you can open them, feel free to print those out for yourself. And then if you go back, there's going to be other Latin influenced
Collages.
stuff. Yeah, from when we did the Oaxaca, we did Frida, and we did the what was the name of the doll thing we did? Um,
The
ugh.
read it all.
Yeah, but it was called the what was it called? Where's
He
oh
was
here's
sitting on a gate or something. I mean, on a cage.
Santos. Yeah, the Santos doll. So if you go in the group and kind of go up and down, there's other things there that you can print out to put in your journal. So don't forget about those,
Do you have
especially
them in
if
a
you're,
file?
huh?
Do you have them cataloged in a file?
No, they're just it'll say Oaxaca. It'll say it's under the name that I just said. It'll be either under Frida Santos Cage Doll or Oaxaca, and then this month. So you have 4 months of printouts that you can play around with, and those are probably all collages. I'm guessing because that's when I was really big on doing the collages.
Yeah, you were.
Sometimes we have to move on.
That usually filled up an empty night.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you're newer around, when I say newer, even if you've been here a year, you probably haven't seen those or didn't know they were there. Um, so anyway, so that's that. And then here's another one. Like I said, I got 2 signatures in here. And these are those things that I lay out on my table when I'm doing my eco printing. I lay down all my wet papers and stuff, and then I cut them up to shapes that I want. So it just makes them crunchy because they've been wet, and it does have a little bit of discoloration. So I like using
Are
those.
you talking about Thing or Cousin It, Lucy? She said, "Is that Thing on the front cover?"
What thing? Use our words now. This is one. I think that one's in the Facebook. I think that one is. I like how that one came out. I know this one's. Oh, this one I really like. Look how cool this came out. So I put these in there in lieu of having collages. You got stamped out stuff. Stamped out stuff. Okay. So they're not real thick, but they're very colorful, to say the very least. And that's what's going to go in here. And all I did when I folded it, and then I scored another 1/2 inch right there, made the second line, and that would give me a little bit of room to put these in there. So it'll have just this little small spine, and then a little leftover. We'll put some kind of a closure, some kind. So it's not, because you got a lot of stuff that's going to be going on in here. I didn't want it just open and flapping in the wind. So that's kind of sort of where we're going with this. So very, very simple. Just collage, fold papers. Nothing to learn there. Just a little inspiration of what you might be able to do with your papers. Okay. Any questions about this? I'm going to ask all along the way.
Lucy was asking on your cover if that was, she meant cousin It on the Adams Family. You know, the
On the
hairy
cover of what?
on the cover of your book. The pic, yeah, her.
No.
No,
No.
no.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that is that. All right. So then I started making one of the little flippity doodahs that we did originally with the Renaissance one. All right. Um, and I put it kind of together and then started playing with stuff. I didn't glue too much of anything yet, but so the way, if you weren't here for all that stuff, because we also did that with the, what was it, the Hidden Forest one?
Geneva.
Hey, Deneva, we touched on that, I think.
Yeah.
The same kind of shape. But for those of you that weren't around or didn't see that, we just get a bunch of scraps and we put them going in different directions. So I got some of the colors again that I'm kind of setting the theme for my personal one of all the colors that I got from the cochineal and other things that I've already naturally dyed. So we've got the pink, and this was, I think, in the kit. I made a pocket out of that. We've done our gussets like 10 million times also. So I put a little gusset, in there. And then you cut out some of the papers that was in the kit and glued that right there. And this was left over from one of those 3 that I just mentioned. I had some leftover stuff. So this obviously still all has to be decorated and things put in and pockets and stuff like that. And there's another little pocket there with a little small gusset right there. And this is from when we did, I think, the doll, the cage doll, the Santos doll. I think that's what that's from.
Janice said that inside picture is the prettiest Frida I've ever seen.
And And then this is also in the kit. That was, the illustration from
Cochineal.
from getting the cochineal. And I had some of these from another project, that another kit. You guys have all this stuff if you haven't used your kits, or if you have leftovers from your kits. Just that thing, where you can put your papers in there. So I just covered it up with some scrap paper because it was just like manila. And so I covered that up. And then I cut her out. Remember, I did something with her the other day. I had to forget even remember what we did. But anyway, I cut her out.
I
And
think you put her on your card.
oh, that's right. That's right. Hello, we did that too. We've done a lot of stuff already. So I put her there, and then with some more of the leftover a file folder, I just again put a little gusset because I intend to really stuff this with a lot of stuff. So this has a little gusset there also, and then there's a little flappy thing that you can put something in there. And then I got another piece of the other file folder, and I cut the other picture and put that there. And then this is going to be like a little journal. I'll be putting some pages in there. So you guys have that, and you have that in your kit. So that might or may not go there. So that's the beginning of this. And then when we attach this, this can either be completely glued down here, or you can create another pocket by only gluing 3 of the sides, whichever ones you decide. And if you really want to fit more stuff in there, then you could put a gusset right here and then glue that down, and you would have that another space to put something a little chunkier back in there. So these are all options as you're going through and deciding what you're going to do. And if you want something chunky, well, gussets are the way to go, let me tell you. And if you're intimidated by them, then cloth, something that gives a little bit, that allows you to shove something that maybe the paper might tear. So so you could either use your fabrics, or if you're going to use paper, you can use your gussets. So that's something we'll be working on together to finish up. And I might make another one with you guys, just so if you haven't done one before, or you just want to see it again, maybe we'll play with those, because I saved the amount. I started off with
I'm trying to remember that, Elvis. She said the flippy flop thing you did in Dark Shadows is really cool too.
oh boy, see, I don't even know what I did with that one. We'll have to go back and look, won't we? It's awful, guys. Once I've done it, I don't even remember what I did in any of the kits. The only reason I remember the Renaissance one is because I made like 25 of them.
Yeah.
But even when it comes to making it, I have to really sit and think. One time I had to go back and watch my video because I couldn't remember how I did all that. And then I go, oh, yeah, that's what I did. What am I looking for, you guys? I already forgot what I was looking for. Oh, the pattern. Never mind. Oh, it might be over here in the other one. Let me see. It's a problem. I got too many leftovers, and so I've got boxes. Whoops. I got boxes and stuff. Is that my buddy?
Where?
Or am I hearing things? Oh, I must have heard something. Never mind.
No, he's about to find a new home
Oh, no. Why?
because he all the
Oh,
time.
aw, poor thing. He can't help it if he likes you guys and likes to have a conversation.
Huh?
Oh, I think that's what it is. Okay.
Talking about Jack.
Okay, so these are basically the pieces that I used to make this. So we'll put one of those together a little bit later. We'll see what time we've got. Okay, so so then I was thinking I wanted to to have, because some of these things are going to be able to be removed. And I wanted to make, oh, because I'm going to put in here scraps and pieces and information from all of the natural dyeing that I've been doing, the past 9 months or so. So I wanted to create something where I could stuff in like cards that have samples of the fabric or the paper or something, right? So of course, my favorite thing, my fallback to thing, is my is this thingamajigger. So I thought, okay, I want to do something a tiny bit different. I want to do the same thing all the time. And one thing I haven't done with this or in the back or anything is to put a gusseted pocket in this section back here.
That's like
So,
from industrial caboodle.
yeah. So I thought, in here, I think that would look kind of cool. I'll figure out if I want it to be freestanding, just being glued on one side where you can still open this side and have something here, or if I'm going to connect it, to both sides. So it just opens however much it opens, and then I'll have some kind of a closure. And then we'll still have room to put the cards that have the fabrics and the stuff like that. And then, so that's, I'm just trying to give you guys an overview of where my mind was going. And sometimes I get a thought, and if I were to wait like 4 or 5 days to do it with you, the thought would have been gone, and I wouldn't even remember what I wanted to do. So I had to kind of sort of, get the ball rolling, but I didn't want to finish anything so that I could explain it, and we can do some of it together. Um, so that's kind of where I'm trying to figure out about this. And I did these in all different colors. So if you haven't done this before, you can actually see where things begin and end. Because when I do them all the same color, you really can't see what the heck's going on. Um, but again, we've done gusset 100 times. But if there's newbies here that don't know how to do it, I have no problem going over it with you guys because I think they're fun to make. A lot of people get nervous because it's a little tedious, but I think they're fun. I don't have a problem with that. So, all obviously this all has to be decorated and put together. But this is kind of like the basics of what I've already made. Plus, there's going to have to be another. I'm going to have two of these in here, not the same though. I don't want them to be the same. They're going to be a little different from each other. And by the time we get all the paperwork and then the other journal and all this filled up and all this filled up, then there might be enough room for everything.
Goodness. Yes, it was. She did. Thank you, Pinky. Pinky said, "Bless you, Betty." She heard you sneeze.
Oh, see, they hear the sneeze and I hear a meow that's not there. What the heck is going on?
Ann said, "Love me some gussets."
I know. I just love them. Okay, so I'll take a breather here because in 2 minutes you're gonna do your thing. So we'll have a drink.
I'm too tired now to do it.
I tried to talk slow because I know I get excited and talk too fast, so I consciously tried to talk slow.
Well, that's generally when I can tell you're into the caboodle that you made because you start off like you have a lawnmower cord.
But did you notice I reined it in?
A little bit.
I was almost like a lawnmower, the kind that you push, not with a motor. Remember those old things? Did you even notice what my name was tonight?
Yes,
Thank
Rosa
you.
Maria. In fact, somebody said that when they first came in.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
I think it was J Mac. I can't
And
remember.
I wasn't talking slow. Oh, in my brain, I was like,
No,
go.
it's not that you weren't talking slow. It's that you were just.
Well, when you're doing Latin artisans, you've got to have the rolling R. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, your show now.
Hey, Linda. Stasia said, I was in the doctor's office waiting room today, and a woman came in thinking she was having a heart attack, and she was making me so nervous. Oh, gosh. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Jean.
Shame on her for ruining your day.
Hey, Janice. Hey, Rebecca. How dare you be up here in the doctor's office having a heart attack? Hey, Deneva. Hey, Stasia. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Danielle. Gussets sound fun. J Mac would love to do those together. Hey, Gail. Hey, Elvis.
Miss Elvis. Hey,
Hey,
Dal.
Ann. Hey, Ada, your biggest, most loyalist lurker.
I know.
Hey, Laurie. Hey, Dale. Hey, Allie. Allie's on time tonight.
Woohoo.
Hey, Adria. Hey, Sally, Fern, and Ruth, and CJ, and Pinky out there somewhere. And Kathy D.
Gail's over there chastising the lady having a heart attack.
I didn't do that, babe.
I'm telling you, I don't even go that direction.
Say goodnight, Gracie. Hey, Riri. Ada says, Hola, Rosa Maria.
Hola.
Oh, Pinky says, hey. She was flipping steaks. Sherry said she fainted in the doctor's office when she was a kid, scared her doctor to death. Well, okay, that's not a good.
That's not a good sign. Not for you, for the doctor.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. My doctor, when I was growing up, my doctor, he used to always walk you out to the waiting room.
Yeah.
And when he was done, he would walk you out to the waiting room, and he walked a patient out to the waiting room, and somebody in the waiting room shot him and killed him.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katie. Yeah, they killed him when he walked out into the waiting room.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
One of my dogs did that in the vet's exam room, passed right out. Dale said people should have their heart attacks at home and not upset people.
I'll remember that when I have one. I don't want to be around you guys.
No.
Man, scary people.
Trying to read Sherry. Sherry said, I had strep and my tonsils closed up as I was getting ready to sit to put my shoes on, and down I went.
Oh my gosh.
Good grief.
Oh my goodness.
Well, at least you wasn't standing.
Man, you guys have some interesting stories.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. Oh, Gail said, seriously, they're not prepared for someone with a heart attack in a doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
Katie Strava 5 said, hi, Betty.
Who?
Katie Strava 5.
Well, hi.
That was a Linda hello.
She said hi to Linda, but she had her face in the dishwater because I heard her say, hi,
Oh, I
Linda.
missed that too. See, I was too busy hearing cat meows.
Maybe that's what you thought was a cat meow.
Yeah, that might have been Betty. Hello. See, I wasn't so bad after all. Okay, I got to show. Let's see. I got to
Linda
show
said hi.
your pre-caged dog. Oops.
See, if I was having a heart attack and I needed an EKG, I would just stop at the fire station.
Oh, okay. You got one real close?
Well, no, but I was driving home from work one day and I thought, oh my God, am I just having a panic attack or am I having a heart attack? What the hell's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, shit, there's a fire station. I pulled up in the fire station and they walked me up in their truck and they had a like a paramedic truck.
He just wanted to look at all the good.
That's my business.
She wanted one of their calendars, huh?
Ooh-wee.
Oh no. Okay, how many here are pre Santos dolls? I've got 2 here. Oh, I gotta straighten up her.
Her dress.
No, her dress is fine. It's her little
Cage.
her little hair doodah.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how that can happen sometimes. The doodah, doodah, doodah. Okay, so here's one of them. They're hard to see because they're supposed to stand up, and I got to lay them down for you to see them. And they're longer than what the than what you can see.
Ooh.
So she stands up like that.
What's up, Britch?
Excuse me?
Oopsie. Okay. Anyway, that's and her arms move. She can. So that's one. Oh, and we made little books.
Yeah.
We made little books that went in there.
So that I figured it out. That's where Artie Dar was last week. She was at the bar.
Good for her.
She was at the listen to a band at the bar.
Wow. So this we just got paint with a credit card and slopped it in there, glued a bunch of them together to make pockets where we could put some Frida stuff in and put some little ribbons just to add color, just so it could be fun. So that's one. I think, is this the one we made together or was this the sample one I showed you guys? I can't remember. I know we made one together. I can't remember which is which. It doesn't really matter, but
yeah, I don't remember which. I remember those flowers on that one, but
and then I have this one. This I can't remember. Like I say, I can't remember if this is the one we did together. It was the sample one. She's got her wings. She's got her arms going on here.
that's the one. I think that's the one we made because
we put these on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't know why we have 2 books in here, but we do.
Because you get overzealous.
So this is one book. We made it the same way, only I didn't make the pockets. We just did all the pages together. Oh, there is one pocket. Never mind. Here's one pocket.
Yay.
Oh, I forgot about that. Where her legs came out of her head.
Yeah, you did that to Jean's domino doll too.
I forgot about
No, she was holding her leg in that.
Yeah, she was holding it.
Elvis said, "Are you thinking about revisiting this kit?"
I don't know. These guys will get like so tired of the same stuff. And then we made this book. I liked making this. This was fun. And then this little book. Oh yeah, I remember I stamped on those. These were fun. It's fun looking back at yourself because especially me, I forget everything I do. So it's like the first time I look at it. Who made that? Oh, you did. Okay, never mind. Who's on first? Hey Mo, hey Larry. That's how I feel when I look at my stuff. Ooh, what did I stamp on her nose? Something. There is something on her nose. Anyway, so if you go in the uh, in the group, we've got um, different kinds of printouts. I don't know what they are right now. I couldn't tell you. They're there. I know they're there. But anyway, this was a lot of fun. Put that way. These might have to go on my next sale. I don't have room for these anymore. Oh, and my other favorite one, for those of you that are newer, you go, what kind of stuff do you do? Susan knows which one it is. It's the only one I still have left here. Well, no, it's the second one. Oh, no, I lost one of her little doodads.
Oh, no.
Came off of the book. For those of you that weren't around for this is one of my favorites. This was intense, labor intensive. It wasn't hard, but and you can't really see it unless you have it standing up, and then you can't see it. But these things here, like here's the little bugs and stuff. All of this has to do with bees and bugs, and then oops, where'd she go? Okay. We got her. They all kind of, every other one has something to go up and down. This one has a little bee that goes up and down. This has some of the beehive. Kind of hard to do when it's laying down, but you get the idea. This one also has a little beehive.
Well, get after it, Anne.
And there's Miss Queen Bee. But then what's really fun is when it lights up, guys. It all lights up. So when you sit it down on your shelf, it just looks beautiful. And then there's the back. There's the front. Those are all bees on her head.
Yep.
And then
That was a placemat.
this was a placemat that was full of bee stuff and garden stuff. This was also a lot of fun, but very labor intensive. Because when we got to see, if you don't notice, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, and then all these little windows are cut out separately. And then when you sit it up, it's very, when you're looking at it this way, it's very dimensional because they all lay out at a different level because of the way we cut it out. And so it's like super cool.
Hey, Vicky. Hey, Janet Bishy, boom, boom, boom.
I don't know how many of you actually made yours.
Anne said she bought it, but she hasn't made it. Leslie said it was her one of her favorites, but a test.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yes, indeed, people. I would agree. Very much so. Okay, let me put that down.
I remember you trying to string those daggum lights.
Yeah, it was the first time I had used it in a project like that. So it was a learning curve for me getting those lights to, stay in there and be a little more secure. But if you weren't like laying it down and picking it up and laying it down and closing and open, once you've got it in there, you just kind of sat it there, in that little zigzag fashion, you'd be okay. Except I had to move it so many times. Hey, Vicky. I don't think I saw Vicky, right? Was I busy?
Yeah, she just came
talking. Oh, okay. Yay. All right. So, where to begin? It's already going to be 8:30. We have not started.
I know, but it was like I woke up and it was Wednesday. I'm like, holy cow. I mean, the first day back to work is hump day.
Oh, that's right. You had the days off. I forgot about that. Oh my goodness.
Well, actually, I still worked 8 hours a day, but
Uh-oh.
nobody was bothering me, and I was getting stuff accomplished. So
So you didn't care.
no,
Great. Okay, let me put this over here. All right. So,
this month's caboodle is about the the Latin artisans.
there you go.
Yeah. Or,
No, get him out of here.
well, you said
I don't like him. I like some of his artwork. Big difference. Ah, get him out of
at
here.
least he has his clothes on.
I
There
don't
he
care.
don't, but
Hey, don't get stuck in last month, okay?
it's a Diego belly poke. Yes, J Mac, my boss is back. I had a meeting with him at 6 o'clock this morning, and he said, "You're the first person I've talked to. How'd it go?"
Did you tell him?
Yeah, I told him.
What color does this look like when? Oh, but you're in the same place I'm at. Never mind.
Looks like yellow ochre.
Oh, okay. Because on mine it looks like lemon yellow. I'm going, what?
And the belly button comes up every time you come in, and I say, "Hey, Ann." It's just you haven't never noticed yet. I think the only person that noticed was J Mac. He said, "And some things never change."
Okay, so this was when. Did we have a different theme? Wait a minute. No, this is what I made. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm not even gonna try and figure it out. I'm not even gonna try. Just give myself a headache.
Jean said it looks yellow.
Okay, well, it's more like what Susan said, an ochre. But on here it looks yellow, yellow, and that's not what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, Gail saw it. Leslie noticed, but she thinks Ann passed out.
Oh. These are from one of the other ones we did, but it's not. What? I am. I am so confused, guys.
Did you pull out the Oaxacan pack?
But this wasn't. Oh, you know, I have no idea. I, I. And you know, it seems like I've done this. Like, see now, are you guys? Okay, I know I've gotten up, but I haven't gotten up with any papers in my hand. So, what does that mean? It means I don't have to like move and I lose stuff.
That's okay, Jean. We stay in a constant state of confusion.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if we knew what we were doing. Okay, so some of those cards, I'll just move on. Some of those cards that we stamped on, here's some that I did a little bit of adding some color to them. There's that little stamp thing. Oh, well, I won't worry about that. But the I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out when we did the when I did those journals for the soldaderas, that was just by itself, right? It wasn't a part of the kit, right? When I was showing the ladies during the Revolutionary War in Mexico how they took up their arms and all the things that they did to fight the war.
Frida took up her legs.
So I don't think that was part of a kit. That was when I made like 4 journals to highlight. those women. Because, yeah, that would not fall under any of these. Speak up, you guys, whoever bought those journals. Uh,
Jennifer, Leslie.
yeah, that was not a kit. No, it wouldn't fit under any of these. That must have been just some journals that I made. Okay. Okay.
No, Jean no habla español.
Who speaks Spanish?
Vicky.
Well, I know Vicky does.
Leslie said that wasn't a kit. I think she just made journals.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Thank you for clarifying that. That was a lingering thought. Okay, so these.
Lord, what is that? Lori said, speaking of Frida's legs,
Yeah, what about it?
she had polio in her legs.
Yeah, she had polio, but she lost one of it in an accident.
Yeah,
She
in
only
the
had one
car,
leg.
in the
Yeah,
streetcar.
yeah,
She was impaled.
yeah. So she only had one leg. So that
See,
was the leg.
Leslie, I have one of those journals. I packed it away this weekend.
Did you get a special thing to put under the bed just for my journal? She better.
No, she put them in the neighbor's garage.
Oh God. Well, at least they're gone. It's safe. Oh, on the I don't. Oh, I wouldn't know how to show you the picture because I don't think I can get it. I can't get it on my phone. I think.
Send it to me in Messenger.
Oh, okay. I got. Okay, I have one. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Let me find it. Okay, here. Whoops, where are you? Oh, there you are. Add. Where's the photograph? I hardly ever send pictures, so I got to figure out where do I go. Oh, from attach a file. Is that where I go? I don't know. We'll try
I don't know you, Droid.
that. There it is. Let's hold on.
Dos cervezas. That's right,
It
Anne.
should be there. Now this is one that I made for for the Frida thing, and I made the cast that she had on her chest when she was in that traction, and then she had painted on her heart and done different things, and so I made two like that, and I know who one person that bought it. I don't know who the other person was. I made two of them. One of my favorite journals. I wish I'd kept one of them. I might make another one.
I remember that.
I might make another one. That was like kind of cool. Okay, I sent it to you over there on Facebook Messenger or somewhere. I don't know where I sent it. See if you got it. Oh, there it is. So as you can see there, that's supposed to replicate that cast she was in, and then I put little pieces of leather to close it up, and then she had painted hearts and different kinds of things on that cast, and then I just used some lace and stuff to do the bottom part, and then there on the side is a little dangly thing. I had made a hand because she used to wear those hands, those Santos hands on her ears, Um,
Hey, Elisa.
So
Yep, I remember that.
yeah. So anyway, and I don't remember who got the other one.
Probably Leslie or Elisa.
I don't. It's just completely. I have no idea. So anyway, so I colored a little bit in these. This was good. I like how the colors came out on some of these. So anyway, so that's what I played around with to get some of these cards ready for whatever we're going to use them for. I still have no idea. And so at least now I know that these went to a this and this went to a separate whole other separate thing, but I do want to use I'm not going to use this, the show the pictures of the ladies and the guns.
Uh-oh, Anne, why are you confused? Don't be confused.
What is she confused about?
I don't know. No way. Man, if
Uh-oh.
I drank 2 bottles of wine, I would be in a coma.
2 bottles? How could you drink 2 bottles and be like talking? How could you be talking? I'm gonna separate these little cute pictures.
Hey, Barbie.
I already made the fake legs, Artie. That's old news over here. We did that. I don't even know where. I don't think I have a picture of that card I made. I don't have pictures of a lot of stuff.
No, but
That was
there's a
fun.
there's a picture of the Frida doll with the domino doll with the leg.
Yeah, I don't even remember what that looks like. But I remember I made this big tag. I think it was a tag. And it had like the movable legs and stuff. Yeah, I need to well, way back when, I'm too lazy to do it now, but I should have archived some of these things I did under, proper names so I could find them. But they're just sitting over there in the, that folder that your computer says photos. It's just sitting there. They're not anywhere. Oh, what? Wait. How do I say what in English? I saw Vicky ask me something. Oh, yeah, that's the right way, Vicky. Yep. You got it. All right. And then let's see what I have in here as far as pictures that we might be able to glue down. Now, I already used that. I already used that one. I haven't used that. That might go where I put all of the, that was left over from Frida. I pulled that out from somewhere. I'll remember.
Yes, here she is.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't remember exactly what it looked like. Yeah, she's got her leg on her head and in her hand.
Yeah,
Oh, my gosh.
that was the domino doll. And Jean Moran was your.
Oh, that's the domino?
Yeah, see in her chest the.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that was different. Okay, now I remember now. Okay. It's all coming back to see people. I don't even know what I make. I'm clueless.
Jean said she saw her actual red boot in her cast at the London exhibit.
Yeah, I saw a really beautiful exhibit when we were living in Chicago.
Barbie says, since this is my first caboodle play, what do I need to be doing? You take your caboodle and you put it on a shelf and you hang out with us.
So, okay, that's good to know because I just take it for granted that most people have been here like forever and a day. I should not assume that. So the first thing that I would do is decide, well, first of all, have you made journals before, or is this your first journal? And if you've made journals before, were they soft bound or did you use hardbound, repurposed books? Kind of give me like, what have you done? And then we'll go from there. This will be fun. We'll figure it out. It's helpful to me because I don't have a plan. I never have a plan.
Open the kit.
Open the kit.
Make your cover first. Yeah, Rosemary kind of made her cover off the.
Yeah, so I need to know your level of experience with making the outside of a journal. And, if you've already got that covered, we can move on from there. But if you need to know that, I have no problem showing you that.
Yeah, she's
okay.
made.
Okay, great. All right. So what I showed at the beginning, I'm not sure if you were here or not. I showed them that I had some leftover 1/4-inch plywood. Okay. And so what I did, I had prepped these originally to make one of my plaster journals. So it kind of already had some stuff on them. So I put this together with a 3-inch spine. I made the spine by putting together 2 thick pieces of cardboard from the back of some watercolor paper. And I made it 3 only because I'm going to make this kind of chunky and humongous. It's my first time making one this big. Okay, so then for decorating purposes, I just put napkin back there, some fabric that Betty shared with me that Susan's going to talk to her about later. And then in the front, before I sent out the kit, after I sent out the kit, I found this really beautiful picture of this Peruvian lady. And so it's in the Facebook page if you want to print it out and use it somewhere in your journal. So I decided to use her here in the front. And I used crackle glaze. I covered the wood with some thin layer of gesso, just enough to cover it up. Then I put some crackle paste, translucent, first time using it. I like it. And then after it dried, I took some burnt umber, watered it down, wiped it on there to fill in the cracks, wiped it down. And then I know you don't have these things, but just so just so you know what I did, I had one of these and I cut it in half, and that's what's up here. And I painted it with these 3 colors to reflect my recent dyeing with my cochineal colors. That looks yellow there, but it's orange. At least to me, it looks yellow on my monitor. And then I had some leftover trim from some work on remodeling in the house and painted all that color. And then when I was done, I went over it with a little bit of distressed ink just to tone down it was a little too vibrant for me. And that's how I did that. So now we're basically going to fill this big old puppy up.
A little burnt umber.
Yeah, burnt umber. So that's where we kind of were. Then I showed the ladies some things that we've done in the past, which we would take our scraps and we do flip-floppy stuff. And then we would come back and decorate them and put pockets in them and make tags and do all kinds of fun stuff. And then in the past, what we've done is we've glued them either to the front or to the back. Doesn't really matter. And so we'll do that. And I took a file folder, collaged it with some of the papers that were in the kit, and then took some of the papers along with some of my cleanup papers and made 2 signatures. I think there were 8 pages in each, full pages in each. And so that'll go there somewhere. We haven't figured that out yet.
Pizza. That's what made me start drinking at noon. I couldn't find my crackle glaze.
And then, if you haven't been with me before, years ago when I was hosting a bunch of swaps, we had to find a home for the swaps, and I came up with this goofy thing with the file folder, and now I've adapted it through the years, making real journals out of them instead of just housing the little swaps. So I thought we would end up making one to put in here somehow. And then I used to put either pockets or things to hang stuff in the back portion. But this time I thought, well, let's go ahead and make a little file folder type thing with some gussets. And that's going to be here somewhere. And this whole thing is going to be filled with a lot of the stuff that I've been doing my natural dyeing. So there'll be some fabrics and papers. And I'll make some little cards, like display cards or something. I don't
I
have
thought that was for your coupons.
that. So I don't have that quite figured out in my head how that's going to be yet. So then I was telling the ladies that we have a couple of choices of how we're going to put this together. It can be freestanding like that. We'll glue it in and have some kind of a closure. And then we have that still open. Or we're going to attach it together and then it just closes like that. And then we can work with that. So these are kind of the things we're going to work with and around. And, but sometimes the ladies just go off in their own direction and they just use the stuff and do whatever they want. Or they don't do anything. They just come here and mess with us and look at the stuff on their shelf. So the fact that you've made journals, you know, whatever you want to make, the size, your journal, and these things that go inside will depend obviously on the size of journal that you personally make. But the size of this journal, for reference, is, oh, I wrote that down. It's 10. Where did I write that down? It's 10 by 7 by 3. And so the things that I'm going to be making will be fitting that size of a journal. And I'll give the dimensions I'm using. But of course, if everybody's making a different size journal, then you have to accommodate that. So, okay. So the first thing, somebody asked about the gussets, right? Am I right, Susan? Like before the 8 o'clock hour, someone said, "Oh, I'd like to learn how to make gussets." I guess you didn't hear me.
I was listening, but I was also sorry. I was
No
listening.
problem, no problem. I just didn't know if you were there or not because I was just going off.
No, I'd put you on hold. Betty was talking to somebody because we found out yesterday her brother was killed on Friday.
Oh my goodness.
So I had it on mute. I'm sorry. What was the question?
Oh gosh.
Missed it.
Oh, now I feel so sorry for your family. Okay. Oh, J Matt. Oh, she wants. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll address a few things that people aren't familiar with, so that they can learn something new. That's the whole point of this. Learn something new. So we're going to show how to make the gussets. So in case you're wondering, this right here, you've seen them 100 times in all these little folders that you buy to. In the old days, you'd put all your bills in it and everything else, right? So these little things that create this like accordion look, these are called gussets. So I like to put them everywhere. So here's like just one little gusset right there so that you can put something little chunky in there. Because guys, if you just put a piece of paper there and try to put something in, sometimes you can barely even put one piece of paper. It just doesn't fit. So putting a little gusset gives you room so you're not tearing things apart. So that one there has a little gusset. And this little pocket here has a little gusset.
You almost repeated that verbatim.
Did I? Oh, gosh. Someone save me.
Gail said, I think Rosemary just likes saying gusset.
Gusset, 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 gusset.
Thank you, ladies. I'll let her know. Gusset. Rosemary's a gusset queen.
There's just something about them. I just like them. Okay, so okay, so we'll do that. I'll make another one just like this because I might make like just a standalone journal, something, and I'll need it for that. So let's do that. That's a plan. Yay! I love it when we have a plan.
All right then.
I love it. And then after that, depending on what time it is, maybe we'll put one of these together, just so you have some foundations for some stuff to start your decorating.
Well,
Yay!
if y'all been holding on to Amy paper, now's the time to pull it
This
out.
is the time to get her file folders out, her paper out, whatever you have. So let me get, okay, so in the kit, there was a file folder, but I'm sure a lot of you ladies have file folders. So let me get one. Let me find a file folder now.
Right, like you have to search for a file folder.
Well, I want a nice pretty, that one I got, beigey, because I was going to decorate it with paper, but let me find a colorful one. I'm sure Amy's got plenty of colorful
Oh
ones.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, here we go. Here's a nice, pretty. Let's see. We'll see which color I end up using. This is a pretty color. Okay, that's a pretty color. Let's see what else I have. I've used a lot of the folders, guys. I don't have as many as you think I would. Hey, there's a cool blur.
Amy is Darkwood Sanctuary, and she does dyed paper packs that are just phenomenal.
Yeah, here's a pack just to give you guys an idea. And she's probably got stuff in her shop right now.
Hey, Laura.
She's always got something in there. Okay, here's an example. Susan will remember the colors. I never remember the names of any of these colors. She's got real unique names for her stuff. So this would be like a pack. And it's got this really pretty, this is more like a sea foam kind of, not really, no, it's not cement aqua. I don't know. But that's a pretty blue. It's a pretty blue. And then it usually comes with a variety of different kinds of papers. They may all look the same, but there's different kinds. You got cardstock, and then you got printer paper and some other kind of paper.
Hey,
and
Roseanne.
Some kind of envelopes or some kind of little doodads that she puts in there. And she has a different color. I don't know if it's every month or every other month. I'm not sure what her schedule is right now. But she does have the colors. Okay. So, I'll make, maybe I'll make it out of, what color should I make it out of? Because it might get, I just go with the yellow. That way you guys can see contrast. Okay, so you can fold this, you can make this any size you want. And basically what you're going to do, depending on the height that you want your finished thing to be, or whatever.
Hang on just a sec. Yeah, J-Mac, Janice just put in her link right below.
There you go.
Thanks.
And so depending on the size of journal that you're making, and if you're going to insert this into your journal, then obviously you need to take that measurement into account, and then just basically fold up the bottom. So, or fold it up, fold it down. So I'm just going to make this pretty much the same. Let me put it here on the edge. Just put a little mark. And then what I will do is I will fold this up. So we'll have approximately the same size as the one that we're working with right now. Okay. So you've got that. And then you can cut these off or leave them. Depending where they are is when I decide if I'm going to keep them or not. Because when I fold mine up, I don't like mine to like be all even and everything is in line. I like things askew, as they say. And then when you put papers or fabric, they're kind of layering and sticking out. So if you want everything to be even, then you would cut that and then even it up right into the center, and you would cut this off and even that up. But I don't do that. But that's a choice. You can straighten this all out and then do your folding, and then it'll be nice and even and clean and pretty. So what I do is I take obviously the furthest part out, line it up to the center. And I do the same thing with this one. And don't go over the line and don't get right up to the line, because you might get that, it might cause a traffic jam. So give it a little space.
I folded one of these. That's how I remembered, Anne, because I did fold one of these folders for that steampunk, not steampunk, but you know which journal I'm talking about.
It might have been.
No, it was the one I said earlier. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. My brain just went blank.
So, so there's a lot of different ways you can fold it. You can fold it just in and like that. Or, I usually end up doing it something like this, because I do like it all kind of sticking out and doing kind of wonky.
Yep.
Okay. So because I want mine a little wonky like this is the way I'm going to line mine up. So that means that this little guy will end up in here like that. But it could be anywhere or nowhere.
Right. Industrial. Thank you, Anne.
Oh, yeah. Hello. So let's just use the measurements from here just to keep it simple. So now we need to get scraps or pieces of whatever it is you want to use. And this one has 5, but there can be as many or as few as you want. It's totally up to you.
All right, Annie, may tell your mom, hey.
Yes, ma'am. I would do a minimum of 3 pockets, which would mean you need 4 pieces of paper. Just aesthetically, I think it would look a little goofy if you didn't.
That looks like 4 pockets.
Huh?
How many pockets?
Say what?
I thought you said 3 pockets, but it looks like
I said at least.
Oh,
or else
I'm sorry.
It would look kind of. If you do any less, it'll look kind of goofy, I think.
I see you put dark paper in there. That's why I was having an illusion.
Let me get my scraps. See if I have any scraps.
Right.
Uh-oh. Well, I was kind of using them up when I was putting the other little piece together. So, oh, I got a red one. I should have done it with the red one. Oh, well.
That's pink.
That's red.
Is that red rum?
It is red. This is the pink one.
Okay, then that's the red rum. Okay.
Yeah, in the monitor, it doesn't look that much. This is the pink. Here we go.
Okay, that looks purple.
Yeah, okay. Take it up with Amy, would ya? Take me out of this. Leave me out of this. So let's see, what else do I have? All right. So let me see what these measurements are. And so I don't measure it 10,000 times. I will write it down, because I will not remember. So this is 8.5. Whoopsie. Don't break the pencil. 8.5. And let's make sure, because, you know, when you fold them, they all come out a little different. So make sure this fits, which this one does fit just fine. It doesn't go past over there. So that's good. So that is what? I don't know. It is 3 3 3/4. Okay. So I am going to cut 5 of them that size. And let's see what I have here. Let's tear this up first. And I'm purposely going to do these in all different colors so you can see what's going on.
Oh, they have to be festive.
Yes, exactly. Exactamundo. So let's see. 3 3 3/4. Oh, my nose is starting to really stuff up. Why? I don't know. Whoops. I thought I lost all the lead.
Do you remember those stupid pencils they had where you pulled the little end out? It was plastic with a lead on it, and then you put it back in the back, and then you would keep cycling through the leads, but you couldn't sharpen them, so they were really useless once you got done with them.
I don't remember that one.
All right, Janice put it in chat. 8.5 by 3 3/4. Thank you, Janice.
Yes, thank you. What did I measure wrong? That looks very crooked. That looks very crooked. What did I do? See, that's why I don't like to measure, because I don't measure that well.
Hey, Tamara.
I
Hey,
just
Jane.
I just like to let it rip.
Let her rip.
Let her rip. Hey, Laura. Did I just say hello to Laura? Did I say
Laura Vasquez and Jane and Tamar.
Oh,
Laura
okay.
got here earlier. Tamar and
Oh,
Jane
okay. I
just
missed
got
you.
here.
Sorry about that. And yes, by all means, use a cutter if you have one. I just have a habit of using this all the time. Whoops. And then
She likes the raw edge.
yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so 8 3/4. Oh, maybe that's what I did wrong. Oh no, 8.5. See, I'm looking right at it and I'm reading the wrong one. Oh my gosh, people! I told you. After those fireworks, I needed a trazodone. How come that looks so much shorter? I did something wrong. No, it's the right size. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh, I can cut some of those. Excellent. This will work. Again, I'm not going to measure. And I might actually be able to get 2. Hello. Hello. Okay, and then I'll cut me some. Oh, I gotta cut this. The other length.
Yeah, push-up pencils. That's what they were.
Oh, I remember those. Well, you know, with my memory, who knows? I might have had 4 or 5 of them. Now, if you'd mentioned push-up bras, I would remember that. Or those push-ups.
We always had to have 2 sharpened number 2s for the Iowa test.
Iowa test?
Yeah, that was one where you had to fill in those little tiny circles.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a crazy time. Okay.
I don't know why we were all graded against the Iowans, but okay.
That was the standard. Okay. Sorry if my non-measuring drives a lot of people crazy, because I know it does. Ooh, almost perfect. Okay, so we got 4. So we need one more. Just get another blue one. Why not? Save the red for something else later. Oh no, I'll have that thickness right. That's okay. I won't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Rosemary. Work with what you got. Work with what you got. Okay, so for the size that we're going to make these, our gussets, the piece of paper we're going to cut is going to be 2 inches. All right, so let me get a contrasting color so that we can see these. So you can know what I'm attempting to do. Let's see if I have some scraps over here. Okay. I didn't have to tear up my my red one. I already have a red one here. Okay, so these are going to be uh-oh.
No, Elise was telling Gail they're nothing like push-up bras. It's not a mechanical pencil. It's a push-up pencil.
Never.
Yes, you have.
Well, go find a picture.
What?
You're good at finding pictures.
There you go. So
never seen those.
You would take that little white thing with the lead, and once it went dull, then you would pull it out and push it in the back end of the pen to push up the new one. But then you eventually get down to the crappy leads, and what do? Can you buy more push-ups?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of goofy. Okay, so whatever height you decide that you want this to be, that's the height of your gussets, more or less. They be a tiny bit shorter, but obviously you don't want them longer because then they'll be sticking out. So now, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut pieces that are this high, whatever that high is, and then they're going to be 2 inches across. So let's do that. Let's see what this is. Does that line up? I don't know. No, almost. Hello. Let's just go ahead and cut that.
Exactly, Deborah. And if you lost one of those little things, you were screwed because you couldn't make the next lead come out.
Okay, let me measure. Let me measure these out. 2 inches. 2 inches. Oh, excuse me. 2, 4.
Who do we appreciate?
That's right. I'm too lazy to go over to the cutting board because it's on the other side. So let's hope these are straight. They probably aren't, but that's okay.
I
hear
leftover fireworks.
Oh no.
I bet you do, Janice. I probably have one somewhere in my memory box.
Do I have enough? Probably not. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where'd that piece go? Okay. Let's just cut some more.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Hello. Hello.
He said, hello.
Hello. Don't be shy.
Oh, my God.
My buddy.
Good night, Vicky.
Adios, Vicky. Maybe that's enough. I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out. See, the fun thing about these gussets is you can make them any size you want once you just follow the basic principle. Any size. You can make them itty bitty. You can make them gigantic.
Ah, your cat speaks French, Jane?
Okay. So now you have your little piece parts. And you have your excuse me, you've got these all ready to go. How come that looks a little crooked? That's okay. Handmade people. Now, all you do is you fold them in half, long ways, because your gussets are going up and down, up and down.
No, that's a real cat, Artie Dar.
That's her kitty cat. He comes in and announces himself. So you just fold it in half and then fold it back in half on top of itself. So you're going to have 4 little sections.
It's not my
So
cat.
you'll have a mountain or a W,
Yes.
whatever your psychiatrist tells you.
Peaks and valleys.
Yeah, so you're going to have that. M or W.
Oh.
So do that with all of them. And I'm sure there's other ways to put these together where you cut certain things certain ways. But when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. And this is how I kind of figured out was easy for me. And I just kept doing it this way. But I'm sure there's other ways to do this. I'm just, when I show something, I'm just showing what works for me. It's not the only way. Okay, you can do a song and dance now because I got to fold all these.
A song and a dance?
Well, I mean, you can tell them you're dancing. You don't really have to get out of bed, but
Who's in bed?
Well, you're always lounging, so I call that bed when you lounge.
Oh, would you like me to just stand up and walk around while you're on, or?
Well, I'm saying you don't have to really do anything. Just tell them you're doing something.
I'm dancing and I'm singing.
Okay, good. I don't hear enough. Okay, good, Barbie. I'm glad you learned that way. That's the best way to do it. Just do it. Don't let anybody tell you you're doing it wrong. If it works, it's right. That's what I say. If it works, who cares?
I got my high fructose in the mail today, and they bin
Oh.
it to stick it in the mailbox.
Oh.
Even though it's in a cardboard mailer.
Yeah. Oh boy. Did you like it, the magazine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh
thought,
yeah.
yeah, it was just freaky enough for you.
Oh yeah. Had a skull on the front.
Oh, wow. Now, see, that's a good one to cut up and collage, but you probably won't cut it up, right?
No.
Oh, my goodness. What good is a magazine if you don't cut it up? And it's probably easier if you score. But for some reason, when I score these, I think, most scores, if they're off a tiny bit, then it doesn't even do it in half. So I don't even use a scoreboard to do this, to make it, easier to fold, because they usually come out wrong. So I'm doing something wrong with, yeah, I'm definitely doing something wrong.
Shuffle ball chain.
It sounds like Frida. Someone needs to use both their feet when they tap dance. Oh, I just got a cramp on my finger.
Banana reds.
That's funny. Ouch, I'm getting a cramp in my finger from doing this.
Oh no.
Isn't that funny? I can see it. Oh, that later? Uh-oh, what's J-Mac sorry about? Oh, I was early. Okay, I'm sorry.
Banana reds.
He's saying Gary Cooper.
Yeah, he did just then, but
Oh, no, that's no problem, J-Mac. Now, I have carpal tunnel. I shouldn't be doing any of this. But hey, that is not going to stop me.
yeah, Betty either. Her hands hurt her all the time. She got some gloves in the mail the other day that have plastic diggy fingertips.
I hope they're for the garden.
Yeah, they are. But
That would be pretty scary.
oh, Jane's on vacation again on her second margarita. She's on her second margarita.
Wow.
Lisa's on her second bottle of wine.
Oh my gosh.
Anne's probably on her second Tito's.
I feel completely left out.
Me too.
Man, someday, well, I guess I was going to say, someday we need to get a little group and just, hang out on a Zoom or something and have a drink and talk. But I guess we could do that with Anne, right? Do her,
Yeah.
do her, I mean, because you said that, she's kind of laid back and she has her little drink every once in a while. So
That's right.
we could probably do that with Anne.
That's right. Cocktails at Anne's.
Yeah, she needs to get one just for cocktails. Forget about everything else. And we'll talk horror stories about something. I don't know about what. That way each of us don't feel so bad about ourselves because somebody else has it worse. Oh man, I'm glad I'm me. I mean, there was this get together one time a long time ago. This is a long time ago. and somebody was complaining about something. And it was kind of sort of legit, not way legit. um, but it wasn't like earth shattering, right? I mean, if it was you, yeah, I guess it's a problem. But anyway, so then everybody started like saying, well, how about this and how about that? Or did this ever happen to you? And blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the evening, a couple of drinks that everybody had, nobody wanted anybody's problem in the room. They were perfectly content with their own problems. And I think that's a lesson for all of us to learn. Yeah, we like to complain, but I don't think we want anybody else's problems.
That's
Okay,
right.
this is what we do, guys. Any order that you want to put your little cards in, doesn't matter. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take these little doodads right here. Oh, I got to cut them because they're too long. I forgot. I cut some of them longer than others. Let me take care of that first before we start putting glue, and then it's a big old mess. I won't start with pink because you can't see on that one, dummy. Okay, let's do it on something you can see on. All right, let's trim this up so that it is right on. Okay, and let's trim the rest so they're all ready to go. I thought I cut them exact, but I didn't. That's okay. If you got a scissors, you got a remedy.
Thank you, Roseanne.
Oop, that one's right.
You could always have a drink and never have I ever,
What's that?
where you say, never, let's see, never have I ever
Oh, I don't need a drink for that.
dated an elevator man.
Hey, watch it. Watch those ups and downs.
And went on my first date in an elevator. So you would have to drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay.
Never have I ever gotten a butterfly tattoo on my
So
butt.
if you've lived a boarding life, you're the one that drinks the most then, right? Is that how that works?
Exactly.
Ah, well, that's no fun. I haven't really had a boring life, so I. Oh, no. Okay. All righty. Back to the drawing board. So, this is what we're doing just for reference. Well, let's keep this right here somewhere. Whoopsie. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's put that over here. Here we go. And that's not going to stay either. Come on, Rosemary. Let's get with the program. Okay, there we go. So what we do is we get one of the little hingy things, and whether you put it this way or this way, to me it doesn't really matter because people do it both ways. But whatever way you put it, you have to do them all the same, or it's really going to be wonky. So for this demonstration, we're going to have the two peaks facing out. All right.
Which one makes more room?
This way,
Okay.
in my opinion, because
Yeah.
now you have two little slots in there as opposed to one slot. That's just my opinion, but hey, everyone has their opinion. So we're going to have the little two mountains facing out everywhere. Wherever we glue, they're going to be facing out. So let's put some glue. And you can use tape. Some people like to use double-sided. I'm not crazy about double-sided for this because sometimes the double-sided is kind of floating there sometimes. And when you stick something in, the paper gets stuck sometimes on that glue that's kind of exposed. And then you've got stuff that's stuck in there. So see what I did right there? I put some glue And then I just set that down on there.
Jane's trying to drink. Never have I ever in a public park at night under a full moon. And Barbie said, never have I ever made an accordion file. Bet most of y'all are drinking now.
so and oops. So that's what you got right there, right?
Okay.
You
So the
glued
WN.
yeah, you only glue at this particular time, you're only gluing one edge. So let's go ahead on this other side now, do the same thing. So you've got the two little mountains up there facing out. So let's put the glue. Oopsie. Oopsie doopsie. And we're going to put that, line it up, get as close to the edge. It's not ever going to be perfect.
That's right. Jane made one in the Art Nouveau folder. That's where it was.
There you go. So, I mean, and if you're using the same colors, it's very forgiving. It's all just going to blend in and it's going to look like you did a perfect job. But when you got, the contrasting colors like here, you're gonna see, all the edges and if it's perfect or not. So that's your choice. So now we're going to take one of these and we're going to put a bead of glue up here and up here, and then we're going to sit this on top of that. All right, and we're going to keep doing that like we're making a lasagna. So let's put some glue right here.
Making lasagna.
You layer lasagna.
Yeah.
There you go. Lasagna.
I made the other day a recipe from the 1800s, or I don't know. It was in an old cookbook. It was called railroad pie.
Railroad pie.
Railroad pie.
Now, when you sit this on here, on this section right here, because nothing is perfectly straight, just kind of make sure these kind of line up before you kind of smush it down so that you're not like going sideways and stuff, because as you can see, I did not measure, I just tore. So I have to make sure it's lining up or else I end up with a hot mess at the end. And now you can put the glue right here on the other end.
Oh, Brenda got fixed.
Oh wow. Okay. And then line that up. That on there. Kind of sort of make sure it's halfway straight. Okay, so now, voila, you have your first gusset. So,
Wow.
like if you were just wanting to make a small little envelope to put in your journal to stuff in, well, right now you could either put a bead of glue and glue this down, put a piece of paper and have it go around the edge, or fabric or something, and you'd have one little small one all ready to go. And then you could put glue a little flap on there and stick that in your journal. But hey, we're not doing that. So let's move on.
You don't have no art glitter glue, Janice. Is that Aileen's tacky glue you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, she's using Aileen's tacky glue, Dale.
So so now we're going to do the same thing. Make sure these two little mountains are facing out. Stick our glue on there. Oops, and don't get it in there because then it'll close up and you'll never open it up. Okay, line that up as best as possible. Do the old smoosharoonie again. And now you've got that right there.
With the WN.
A double in. We're going to do another one on the other side. That goes in like that. I'll put glue down here.
What was in the railroad pie? It was ground beef, onions, bell peppers, a can of tomato soup.
Oh, wow.
A can of rotel tomatoes, a can of cream corn.
Yuck.
think a half a cup of chicken broth, something else, and then you simmer that, and then you take your cornbread mix and you put a can of cream corn in that, and then you pour the cornbread mix on top of the stuff that was simmering in the skillet, and you stick it in the oven, and the
Mm.
cornbread bakes on top of the meat mixture something.
Hmm. Sounds yummy, except for that yucky cream corn. I can't stand cream corn.
Yeah, but when it's in a when
That's
it's in a you know
you got a point there. It's all part of the mush factor, I guess.
yeah, it was good though.
It
It
sounds
was,
good.
it was different.
Okay, you got that going there. Let's do the other end.
Oh, that'd be kind of like a shepherd's pie, Janice.
That I like.
Me too.
Oh yeah. I was like 35 years old the first time I had one. I go,
I make
where
my
have you been
shepherd's
all my life?
I make my shepherd's pie with the fiesta vegetable mix
Yeah.
that has like black beans and corn, and it has like a Mexican.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I use for my vegetables because I don't like
Oops.
peas and all that crap.
Okay, make sure they're both out. Let's go this way. I like peas.
Jane said, I agree. Cream corn is nasty.
Yeah. And I love corn, but man, cream corn, I don't know what they do to it. It's nasty.
Does anyone know Trichum tip bugs?
The what?
I don't know. Try
Oh,
Trichum tip bugs. Whatever it is, can't get it in Australia.
are you talking about those things that write on fabric? That, that's the only thing I know. That's tri. I don't know, but no, I don't remember if it had an H on it there or not. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's go put on the other side. Remember, valleys out, two valleys out. Just remember, boobs sticking out.
Boobs?
Well, kind of looks.
Never have I ever had my boobs sticking out.
Well, now you will. There's time for everything, people. Uh-oh. Must be the neighbor.
Oh no, it's the a-hole dog.
Oh.
It is a cut of meat, Anne. Oh, Roseanne's chugging.
See what we drive people to do? Gee.
She thinks so. You're on the money. She can't get them in Australia.
Okay. I don't even know if they make them here anymore, to tell you the truth. I haven't heard about that. That was like a blast from the past. I haven't heard of those lately.
I was about to say, I don't have any upstairs.
I know. They might be, but I've just never heard of them. Those were kind of cool. Now that I think about it.
Well, Gail, we can't get Gail to drink for nothing. Let's see. I have to think about one for Gail.
Put our glue over here. Same thing, only different, guys. Oopsie.
Alcohol don't like me either, J Mac.
Well, wine doesn't like me.
Oh, it gives me a headache.
Headache from wine.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's got too much concentration of certain type of sugar.
I
And
think
then
it's the tannins.
I was going to say, and the tannin does not help. It only helps when we're dyeing fabric.
I was about to say you ought to be OD'd on tannins.
Okay, here's the last one, guys. So let's put these. Whoa!
Whoa, craft a lunch.
Remember. So we'll put that on there. Yay!
Oops, thank you, Janice. I'll have to try that one. WN.
Oopsie. Don't get it in there.
Oh no. Don't glue your valley to your peak.
Exactly. What would you do without an armpit?
And don't put your supplies in there too soon or you'll never get them out. Was that a motorcycle?
Yep, sound like that or a truck. I'm not sure which. Alrighty. Woohoo! Last one.
There's always some kind of education in here, J-Mac, that has nothing to do with crafting.
Oh yeah, we learn more things about absolutely nothing. Far more than we do about crafting.
So, did you invent gussets?
No,
Oh, okay.
not at all.
Okay.
I think they started off in clothing, actually.
I mean, but you could say you did.
I could say that, but I'd be lying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There's far more important things I could lie about than saying I invented gussets. Especially since everybody would know I was lying. I'd rather lie about something that'd go, I wonder if she's telling the truth or not. Could she be lying? Is she telling the truth? What the heck's going on?
Dale said, any man trying to figure out a woman ends up as confused as a cow in a parking lot. Adria said, this is where I learned that reindeer are supposedly real.
Yeah, what do you mean supposedly? Oh, how funny. Okay, watch out.
Lucy said there's a wine without sulfites that you might be able to drink.
Give me a margarita.
So, back to the conversation that you texted me sometime during the week.
Oh, what was that? Can we talk about it in public?
Yeah, you were talking about YouTube lowered the amount of people you have to be able to monetize.
Yes.
But I don't have a YouTube channel active, so wouldn't help me. But maybe like Ann or
yeah, you ladies that have YouTube channels, now you only have to have 500 subscribers to be able to monetize. It used to be 1,000.
But Ann, you can't cuss when you monetize.
Well, I don't know.
And you can't sing.
Yeah, you can't sing. Oh, okay. Now see how cute this would be? Like if you wanted something on your desk, all you have to do is get a piece of cardboard and glue it on there while this is all still kind of open, and you have your own little file folder to put on top of your desk. How about that? But that's not what we're doing tonight. So we're going to move on. So
you'll be the most festive one at Walmart with your coupon keeper.
Your little coupon. Okay, so now there's various ways that you can close the bottom up. Okay. Close the bottom up. So you can individually put a little bead of glue, do that, a little bead of glue, put that like there, blah, blah. That's usually what I do. Or you can close it up by putting a piece of paper from here to here and gluing just that, and it will keep everything shut, or a piece of fabric or whatever. I usually end up doing like two things.
So
'Cause
could you make long gussets for the bottom?
you could, but don't ask me how because that would get me like complicated.
No, but I mean just like a double gusset.
You
Just
could.
like yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like a V.
yeah, you could. And before you put these all, not to confuse everybody, but before you put all of this together, in the past, I've put, what do you call it, hinged all these pieces together down here while I did the gusseting. So when I was done with the gussets, this was already all closed.
Yeah.
We were hinged up together. I've done that before, but this is always my default because it takes less brain matter to do this than to do it the other way. So I go for the less brain matter, so I have some left over. So let's put a bead of glue there.
Oh, Sherry said you have to have 3,000 watchtowers too.
Oh, that I didn't know. Well,
My only watchtowers came from Amber,
there you go.
and she's not even here.
Aw, that's right. She really clocked them up for you, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. I had to pull videos out of archive for her. In fact, I never did pull them all out, but
And before I'm done, Susan, remind me I need to let people know something about Etsy because you know me, I'll forget. But I don't want to do it right now because I'm trying to concentrate, and I might get a little upset.
okay.
Okay, so get yourself some little clips or something, and depending on the glue you use, you know it dries really fast. And so now all you do is bring these all together. And leave those for a few minutes. And then when they are dry, you're going to have this lovely little doodad thing. And then if you want, you can put a little strip of paper just to like double secure it. And then you'll be all ready, depending where you're going to want to put it and how you're going to want to secure it. You're going to have it all ready to go in there or whatever you're going to want to put. You may just want to put it in the journal itself. Like if you wanted to make a big, we've done this in the past, you can just put it here in your journal. If you want one in a journal, you could make it, twice as big so you could, cover the whole cover and then put some kind of a closure of some kind. And you have a whole bunch of stuff to play with in your journal. So a lot of options to play with these gusset thingamajiggers. Mucho. Okay. I'm going to rant for the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So, I don't know if I can, let me see. Hold on. Visually, let me see. Now watch, if I look for it, it probably won't pop up. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, people. Hold on. Where did it go? Now I can't even find my app for Etsy. They changed that too. Oh, here it is. It's a different color now. I go by colors. It's like the color's gone. What are they doing to me?
It's not orange anymore?
No, it's blue. What the heck does blue have to do with anything?
What did orange do with anything?
Okay, now I gotta find my listings. There's my listings.
Mine's still orange.
Oh no, I don't want list. Well, you have. If you're a seller, you have to get a new app,
Oh,
and that new app is okay. I don't want listings. I want to go to where you guys see. I don't want to. I don't want to go behind the scenes. I want to see what you guys see. How do I get there? Isn't that funny? I don't know how to get to that page here. Oh, maybe just plain home? No, that's not it. Oh, come on, guys. How do I get there? How do I get to just Etsy? Oh, funny. I can't find how to get it. See, I just got how to put this. They wouldn't let you log in anymore if you didn't change the app. So now I can't find how to get there. Look. Oh man, how do I get there, guys? Other. I just. What if I wanted to shop? Shop? No, it goes to my shop. Uh, uh, oh, view shop on Etsy. Okay. Uh, it took me right back to where I was. These apps are so infuriating. View shop. Let me try it again. View shop on Etsy. Oh, now it worked. Okay, so now let's see. I forget which one. See, I hardly ever go to Etsy. I mean, it's to look for things on my phone. I always do it when I'm at my computer, trying to see. Oh, now it's. Oh.
what you want me to?
Say what?
Did you get into it?
I got into it, but now I can't. Hold on. Let me. I get so lost on here. Let me go online.
There you go. That's what Jane said.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. I was trying to be a smarty pants and do it on my phone because I wanted to show you guys, but I can't find how to get to where I want to go. Okay, let me find. Oh, I can't find Peg. I think uh, I got Peg's order up there, and I think she might think that I do it like the other ladies do, and I'm going to email her. Well, I don't have her email, and I don't think she knows that her journal's sitting here waiting for her. Does anybody know her email or contact her or something? Okay, let me look here for what I was looking for. Uh,
So I'm in Etsy.
okay, it's not there. Hold on one second. Talk among yourselves. No, that's not there either. What they do? They take it off now? They're just messing with me.
Peg who?
I honestly don't know what. You know how sometimes we don't know who last people's names are? She was the one that bought the journal last week,
Ah, yep.
and it's just sitting there. Okay, so now they're messing with me, and they took it down. Maybe they knew because I was going to rant about them. Okay, I saw it on Johnny's. I did it to her too. Let me go to Johnny's and see. Oh, hold on, I got it right here. Let me see if it still shows that. Maybe they got enough complaints. Why didn't it come up? Okay. Oh, it's gone from there too.
What is it?
Oh, they must have got a lot of complaints or something. Or maybe they do it in a roving matter. Okay, so this is what they were doing. Um, man, they're tricky. Very tricky.
That's
Okay,
what came up when I clicked on favorite shop is Peg's order.
I don't know. Okay, so when you guys go to Etsy, it's different on the app, so it's hard for me to show you. So when you go to Etsy and you click on something like my papers, well, on you know, on the side to your left, there's going to be a column of all the pictures that's on this listing, right? Here's the pictures. But on the Etsy, they're on your left, and there's a column of these. Well, what they were doing is when you get to the last picture, and they took it off, but it was on here, and it was on Johnny's too. When you would get to the last picture, there would be a black screen with like 4 different things you could click on, and it would say, if you were looking at my papers here, it would say more eco dyed papers, more eco dyed journals. So in other words, when you got to the end of my pictures, they were already going to send you to somebody else's listing if you
Oh,
clicked on there. So here I'm paying Etsy to have my listing on their website. And now they're using the listing I'm paying for to send people to somebody else's listing. What the heck is that? That's all I can say. So it's like, excuse me, but I paid to have people come and look at my dyed paper, and now on my own listing, I'm sending them to the competition? That's
oh
insane.
no.
That's insane. Okay. Well, I'll have to look at some other ones because I saw them on mine, and then I went over to Johnny's, and I clicked on like 3 of her listings, and 2 of them had it where they were sending you over to somebody else.
Gail said she noticed that and she got caught up in it too.
Oh my goodness. It's so frustrating. I mean, they
Yeah, because I'm looking at yours right now.
they charge you. Oh, I didn't put enough glue there. It's kind of opening up. They charge you to put a listing. They charge you to sell a listing. They charge you for everything you do. And now, they're monopolizing your own listing to send them to somebody else who's also paying already for their listing. No. Okay, guys. See, I didn't put enough glue there, or I didn't tighten it enough. You might see that happen. So don't panic. Just put a little bit more glue.
Oh, she said she was at Shabby Dabby Doodah's store and that happened to her.
Yeah. So there you are shopping with her, and they're basically saying, hey, why don't you come over to this shop and
That's
see
right. And she needs it right now.
what they got? Like, hello.
Her ex-husband's being a joke.
Yeah. Okay, so let's glue that down a little bit more. And that's basically how you make this. And then, like I said, depending on what configuration you want to put this in, then that just becomes, just your personal taste. So if you wanted it to be just like right here, well, then I would put something back here, some either fabric or paper or something that you could close this, but make it big enough so that you can fill this up and you won't be making it too tight. So before you glue this down back here, then you're going to want to put your little closure, whatever you choose it to be, so that you can keep this shut, because when you're opening and closing and doing your thing, you don't want this thing to be flopping around all open. And then if you're going to do it this way, you also are still going to need some kind of closure, because when you're going like this, you want all this stuff to fall out. So
So Leslie said, Rosemary, I got a black box with search options at the end of your photos on your Echo paper. I'll send your ass in Messenger.
well, see,
And Gail did too.
mine, when I just looked, it wasn't there. So I bet you, okay, they're sneakier than what I thought. They're going to block it from your view so that you don't get upset about your own. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see it. So I can't get upset about it. They're doing something tricky. That's all I know. They're just so tricky. Anyway, but when you're a monopoly and there's really nowhere else to go with the same features and, you know, I mean, you can always get your own website, but who's going to find it, right? It would only just be repeat customers. You're never going to get new customers. And at least with Etsy, I get new customers because, my stuff pops up and they come over, they go, hey, that's kind of cool. And then they'll get something. But no, I would never do that, Jane. I'd never do my own website. No, I don't know how to maintain it. I don't know how to make it. That starts costing money. Then you got to get your processing in there for your sales. Then you got to calculate your own stuff when it comes for taxes. And, with all the complaining I do, that would be worse for me. That would be way worse.
So is that what you're talking about?
Huh? Yes. Yes. So there you are looking at my stuff and you go, oh, eco printed, blah, blah, blah. See, when I looked it up right now, that wasn't there. On the phone or on my computer, it was not there. And it was there yesterday. So that's why I thought it was kind of weird. Well, why it's gone?
Well, see, it didn't come up on my tablet, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
See, it's just all too sneaky. It's all so basically they're sending you, they're giving you that real, like what do you call that? Oh, there's a word I'm trying to think of. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. But let me see. Let me see if it shows up on mine right now. Yeah, it does. It doesn't. Yep, I'm looking right at it. It doesn't even show up. And yesterday it was on Johnny's, but I don't see it on Johnny's either. It didn't have it on. It doesn't have it on all of yours, at least before. It didn't have it on all of it. It had it on that thing she has that you can print out for pressed flowers.
Yep.
It had it on that one, and I went right now and looked, and it was gone. Or maybe it's just on this computer. It doesn't show up. I don't know because I was on my laptop at home.
Let me see if it shows on my iPhone.
Okay.
No, because it doesn't give you the stuff on the left. 2, 3, 4. If I go to the end.
Janice, trust me, it doesn't matter what you complain to Etsy. They don't do anything for you.
No, it doesn't come up on my iPhone either. They're just trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, they are. They're moving.
She sees it on Johnny's too. So maybe are you in your buyers thing?
No. No. But see, I hadn't looked for that on this computer in my studio, which is kind of weird, but I'm not seeing it anywhere on this one, but on my laptop at home I see it. And I don't see it on my phone.
Janice said, yep, the last box on everyone's listings has related searches.
See, and I don't see it at all on my computer here.
Jane said, you need to write and complain. Your money used to profit another business.
Deaf ears. You should see all the other things we all complain about. Deaf ears. They just add new ones, that's all. They go, oh, you want to complain? Here, complain about this.
Hang on, Roseanne. I'm looking for your post.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking on all of mine. It doesn't show up on this computer. None of my listings have it. To my view, anyway.
Roseanne, I see like Amazon suggests other sellers. See if I can find Roseanne's post.
And see, I don't see it on Johnny's either. So it's like on who on your devices. It's different on different devices because this isn't a laptop.
Jane said, I know, but to remain silent is to consent.
This is true. That's why I'm jibber jabbering to you guys. Oh.
I don't see anything, Roseanne, except what you said about Amazon.
Anyway, that's the scoop, people. Oh, Leslie's, yeah, Leslie. I saw it on my laptop too, but this is a desktop
Yeah.
that I'm on right now with you guys.
Oh, Janice said she did not sign in. She just went in on the main page and sampled a few different sellers' items. It's on all of them.
Wow. Wow. Hmm. Well, guys, it's 10 till, so I want to start a new project because we won't get anywhere. But this will end up drying, and I'll try and figure out which one we're going to put that in. I guess obviously we made it for this one, so I guess that's where it'll go. I mean, it doesn't have to, but it will. So that'll go in there, and I'll try and figure out if I want to secure how I want it secured, both sides, one side, whatever. And we'll work on that tomorrow. And I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to work on this tomorrow. I'll make another one like this for those that haven't made, one of these little floppy things. Super easy, but it's still fun to see how it's done, I'm sure.
J Mac said, thank you for making the gusset.
You're quite welcome. I love making them. They're one of my favorite things. As the ladies know, it's one of my favorite things. And then, like I said, all you do for something like this right here, of course, it was a lot thinner. I didn't make the gusset 2 inches. I think the gusset was 1 inch folded. So that means it's a quarter. And so I just, you do the exact same thing, but you just do it on those two right there. No, I didn't even do it on two. I just did it on the one. And then the part I would have glued onto this, I glue onto the page. So that's done. Same thing here. Instead of gluing it onto a cross piece, you glue it on to the page, and you end up, with your nice little 1/4 inch pocket. Well, really a little bit more, half inch pocket.
Yeah, and if you do it the same color, it's kind of incognito.
Exactly. So this is like all naked because different colors are touching different colors, and so you see all the stuff. You see all the stuff. What's Janice talking about? Spotify.
Spotify. Shopify.
I know.
I was about to say, I know what Spotify is, but I don't know what Shopify is.
Yeah. The only thing is who goes there? I mean, how many of you go there? So
All I
again,
want y'all to know is last Thursday after the stream, we were talking about ordering food from Marley and me.
oh yes. What did you do?
As soon as I got offline with Rosemary, I opened Facebook and there was a big old ad that said, "Come back, we miss you."
It was spooky, guys. Everybody knows what everybody's talking about to everybody.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Roseanne's post disappeared. She said anyway on Etsy she saw an option explore more.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty tricky. But, hey, maybe somebody will go to somebody else's shop to go get eco paper and they'll send them to me.
Yeah, that's what Jane said. Just make sure you send people to your shop through YouTube or Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I guess I'm just lazy. I'm not a good, I never have been a good self promoter. I feel very self conscious about self promoting myself, even when I was in a business that I knew I was really good at, let alone this, which it's very dubious. But that's just not the kind of person I've ever been. I don't put myself out there. I hate cold calls. I hate giving pitches to bosses. I hate all that stuff. I do not like it at all. And that would aggravate my husband. My husband says, "You're so good at what you do. Just tell them, you know, what your thing is because you're good at all the offers." I said, "I don't that's just not who I am. I don't like it." It literally would make me nauseous when I'd have to do stuff like that. So just the thought of like, promoting myself on all these different, formats, it's like, it makes me nauseous. It really does. Makes me nauseous.
Well, just make sure that you always put it in the bottom of your videos in the more box.
Yeah. Yeah. But like half of my people, um, when I list something, that's when they get their notification. When I list it, they get their notification through Etsy. And then the other half, I don't even think I'm on their favorite shop because all I do is put my video up and boom, they've already gone and bought it. I don't think they ever go to Etsy for me anyway, except for when they see it on my video. They go, "Oh, there she is." And they run over there and go get it. So it's kind of like half and half. Um, and it's really funny. I have several groups that have, 7,000, 3,000, and I don't think hardly any of them, they may not even know I have a shop. Um, because I don't put any of my listings or any of my videos. I don't do anything in my own groups to promote myself. But the reason I do that is because I don't want that to be a place that other people come that don't want to do art, that just want to promote themselves. I don't like that for my group. I like them to do artsy stuff and do stuff, not just use it as a commercial place. So instead of being a hypocrite about it, um, I don't do it, which I have that format I could be using, but I don't. I'd have to like change the whole thing of what that page is, what that group is, if I wanted to start to promote myself there. But I have a lot of people there I could promote myself with, but I don't know. Then it becomes a whole other page.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't want to be one of those people that say, I'm going to do this, but you can't. I mean, I don't, again, that's just not who I am. It makes me feel funny. Like, who do you think you are? Well, it's my group. Well, so what? I mean, I think I talk to myself. So what if it's your group? Don't be a hypocrite. Oh,
Brenda.
Brenda says it's her favorite show. How cute. Aw, what a nice thing to end on. A favorite shop.
Well, I do it just because it makes it easier to find.
Ah, yeah.
Because you used to be hard to find in Etsy.
Yeah, if you just look for me, you'll never find me. You need to click the favorite, and then when I list something, then you get a notification,
Yeah.
or else you're just never gonna know. So that's just the way it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get a backbone and figure out what I'm gonna do. Figure out what are you gonna do, Rosemary?
Well, I mean, like your trashy, flowish. That's all about your stuff and not buying stuff, and so there's really no, you know,
Yeah,
it.
but I'm saying that the numbers are there for me to reach people. You know what I'm?
Sure,
Yeah, they're there, but that's not what the group is about. The group is about using leftovers and trash and all that stuff. So then it's like, okay, I'm telling you guys to use what you have and use your trash, and now I'm telling you buy my stuff. You know,
but
uh,
they can also come over here and see how to make stuff with their trash.
well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. It's just that fine, that fine line of like, what do you do?
So maybe you ought to like just do an off the cuff of like making stuff with just scraps. Don't have any sell in it. Don't have any buy my caboodle kit or none of that. And then post that video over in that group, and that will get them over here, and they'll say, "Oh my God, she's got 12,000 videos. She's on twice a week. I didn't know she's there."
Good night, Roseanne.
Good night, Roseanne.
Yeah, like I say, all you guys are probably right. I'm just lousy at self promoting. Don't like self promotion. Um, yeah, and either I need to get over it or just don't complain about it. One or the other. One or the other.
Yeah. So where you're wanting to make just little videos that don't that aren't lives or a quickie or something like that, you could make those quickies
Yeah,
and then post them in your other groups that have to do with them.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that'll expose you, but not, you know.
Janice. She wants me to sick my husband on them. Now my husband, oh my gosh, he's relentless. He doesn't care about anybody. I mean, as far as being intimidated, he just does not care. There's not a bone in his body. And if he does not show it. Nobody would know. Um, yeah, he can get into your face real easy. It doesn't bother him. Hey, my wife does this. My wife does that. What do you think about that? I think blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, leave me out of it. Because I think some of you guys that have been around for, it's 3 after her bladder. It's bladder time. We'll pick this up tomorrow.
Oh, Gail, you're late. You better get out of here because they're
Gail,
going to
what
knock
are
you
you
down.
doing here? Get out with the reindeer, quick. Okay, Brenda couldn't find me one day, but she found a bunch of resume. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, thank you so much for showing up and keeping us company. And we will see you tomorrow and we'll finish working on some of these things that we started to.
Well, we won't finish, but we'll
Well,
continue.
yeah, we'll work on some of the stuff we started tonight. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.